Hello there, Stephanie Kemmerman, the Stock Whisperer, here to tell you the Dark Pool Weekly Whisper for February 4th, 2019. But before we get to this week's hot stock picks, let's go over last week. So last week we had a lot of earnings coming in. The market was definitely jittery. We went down, then we went up. We definitely hit a lot of targets. 60 targets got hit upside and down. 69% gains. If you had taken all of the whispers when they hit my levels, they have 2 days, the first 2 days of the week, Monday and Tuesday, to go above or below to count for this. However, many of them did hit the third day, but I couldn't put them in here. But it was a great week, you guys. I was teaching boot camp, and that leads me to the Traders of the Week, where my boot campers, they were phenomenal. It was one of the best classes I've ever taught. Trading into earnings is always not easy, and these guys and girls were phenomenal. It was definitely a challenge. We had tech-heavy earnings, and we decided to strangle XLK overnight, and that worked out really, really well. And then we had ExxonMobil and Chevron earnings Thursday night, and we decided to strangle XLE, and that was spectacular. So a lot of times when the ETFs are not expecting a big move, when the IV is pretty low, you can definitely take advantage of them. That's exactly what we did, and we do love to do this every season, but it takes a little bit of work, and so it was incredible. We also had a great short on Bank of America. We also had an amazing long trade on gold. What a phenomenal week. Those massive prints on IAU coming in. You guys, I hope you guys got that. If not, we have more prints on gold that I'm going to share with you. So let's get started. All right, but let's start with the SPY. The SPY, we had that secret signal print, you guys, at 270. Hope you guys got that. That was so good. Wow, it was a really good week. But you have to, watch every single print. And you know what? I'm one person. I just can't watch everything. But my traders are amazing. And they saw it. Actually, Alec was the one that told me about that 270 print. So thank you, Alexander. Really, really good call out. This week on the SPY, we're going to be bullish above 272, and I'm going to be bearish below 267.50. We are going to trade the Russell by being bullish above 150. I mean, that is a big level, that 150. The first time it hits there, there's going to be sellers. I like to wait for the second test about 25 minutes later, and that's what we're going to watch this week. And I'll be bearish below 147. The QQQs, yeah, these guys, I'm going to be bullish above 168 and bearish below 165. Now, I generally, out of all these guys, I like to trade the SPY. We have Monday's expiration, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we can buy them really, really cheap. So, again, these levels are really key, but when it comes to my favorite, definitely the SPY. DIA, 252 is our bull level, and 247.50 is our bear level. VXXB, here's an interesting one. We changed, number one, from the VXX to the VXXB. And so we are going to be bullish on fear above 35.50. We're hitting the 200 exponential moving average and the 120. That's a really big level. And the big level, 35. So are we going to bounce up for fear, or are we going to break down here? This is really key, and we had a big print Friday, $35.33. So just be careful trading something like this. Don't ever hold on to this hoping it's going to come back. It doesn't. We trade options on it, but I really use it to trade the SPY. So very, very interesting where it's at, where we're definitely going to get a big move this week. So get prepared, guys. Let's go to IAU. We had massive prints down here. And again, we only get these every once in a while, and every single time we've had a big move. So we did have a big move, but guess what? We got more prints coming in on IAU this week. 1255, which is an old dark pool level from a couple of years ago. People always ask me, how long are these levels good for? And they're good for forever, really, as long as those computers are still trading on them. And it looks like this one is. We also got another 4 million level at 1264. So the big question is, are they buying more? And I've seen that before. I have. Where we just get a parabolic move. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to wait for the pullback on gold to buy it. Yeah, when we're going parabolic, there is no pullback. So watch the 1270 level, bullish above, and 1250, where we're going to get a pullback. Now, I don't trade IAU. It's very slow. Don't complain to me, hey, Steph, I got an IAU. It didn't move. We trade GDX. This is the bomb, you guys. This one rocked this week. Holy cow. Up huge. 7% I think we made on this. This week we had prints coming in at 22.49 and 22.46. Big ones. So we're going to be bullish above 22.75 and we're going to be bearish below 22. Okay, so let's go to GLD because I know a lot of you like to trade GLD. We hit 125, and that is a very big level. We pulled back. If we could break above 125 again, I love it on the bull side, especially if we can close above that. I'll be bearish below 123.50. You know, we could retrace back down to the 8 exponential moving average and then bounce back up again. So if we close below the 8, that's when we'll pull back even more. But this should be very interesting. A lot of us did put on a strangle with these new set of prints, which I love. This way I don't care. If it pulls back, we're going to make money. If it goes up, we're going to make money. If it goes sideways, we're not going to make money. And when you have big prints, the odds of it going sideways for too long are very, very small. It's been our favorite strategy this year, the strangle. Okay, just strangle everything with big prints. You'll do pretty well. And then you got to add to the right side. So originally, here, just to let you guys know, I strangled GDX originally right down here when we had those big IAU prints. Right, I bought the 21 calls and the 20 puts. Well, I lost a little bit of money on the 20 puts, but I made a lot of money on the 21 calls. And then I bought 2150s, 22s, 2250s. This is what we do, rolling along the way. Okay, that is the secret. So let's go to KGC, another gold stock with prints. Bullish above 340, bearish below 320. And silver, yes, silver had some prints on it also, 1509. So I'm going to be bullish above 15. Actually, wait, we had prints at 1509. I'm going to change this. Sorry about that. We're going to be bullish above 1520 for silver. And then I'll be bearish below 15. Yeah. All right. A little mistake there, but I just want to make sure I give you guys the right levels. And then our target. I don't trade silver, though. It's very, very slow. Okay? So there's other vehicles that you can trade. Some of you may trade silver futures. There's PAAS. But I just want you to be aware of prints that are coming in on it. But I would rather trade gold. All right, so let me just fix that. Okay, there we go. Let's go to PBR. Oil, let's go to oil. Yeah, PBR has some interesting prints coming in this week. Earnings are February 28th. Okay, just make sure that you are aware of any company that is coming out with earnings. We're still in the season. Even though most banks reported, a lot of techs have reported, we still have quite a bit of a few companies that have not reported yet. So bullish above 1650 this week, bearish below 16. ECA, another one that is going to report not this week, but next week, the 14th. Before earnings, bullish above 31, bearish below 29. XLE, yeah, we rocked this one in class. This week, we're going to be bullish above 65 and bearish below 63. Now, here is something very interesting. DBC. Do you guys see that massive volume spike coming in here? Yeah, this is the commodity index tracking fund. It tracks 14 different commodities, natural gas, oil, gold, copper, soybeans. Something is going on. Now, I wouldn't trade this, okay? It's very speculative, but I'm telling you, somebody knows something, and they don't rebalance now this time of year. They rebalance in November. This is not rebalancing. This is somebody knows something, and we are going to have a big move in commodities. Now, we know we've had massive prints in gold. We've had massive prints in oil. Something's going on. So watch this. I wouldn't trade it, but we would be bullish above 1580 and bearish below 1550. The prints came in at 1565, 14 million shares. All right, let's go to XLF. Financials. Ooh, I love where financials are right now. XLF is right at the top of resistance. If it can break above, that's the T-spot, the trend change. I'll be bullish above 26.25. We did have some dark pool action coming in. And I'll be bearish below 25.75. But BAC is my favorite one. This one is the bomb. I've traded it up. I've traded it down. I've traded it up. I traded it down. We've been trading it down. We had that massive print, right, at 28.99. That's 7 million recently. We fell below it. We went short. As long as we stay below that print, I am going to be bearish. But here's the other part of the puzzle here. We have a gap. All right, and this is, you guys know this. I've told you. We go down to the strongest level before the gap, and then we pull up. So this is the trade I'm waiting for, the retest right here. If we break below 28, look out below. So this week, we're going to be bearish below 28. I will turn bullish if we can break above that big print level. I'll be bullish above 29. All right, let's go to the next one. Financials, Wells Fargo. We did have a big print on that. I'm going to be bullish above 49.50 and bearish below 48.75. And JP Morgan, 105, really big level. I will be bullish if we can break above that, but it looks like a gravestone inverted hammer candle. Yeah, that's usually a bearish candle, but if we can close above that wick, and you can see we've had 3 wicks there. If we can close above that, that's going to be bullish. And I will be bearish below 103 for JP Morgan. All right, now let's go to tech. XLK, we're going to be bullish above 67 and bearish below 65. That's pretty low down there, but we had prints, and I want us to go below those prints if this was going to be bearish. Apple, that 170 is so key. Bullish above and bearish below 165. We had a 500,000 print at 166.97. Facebook, wow. Now that is an upthrust if I've ever seen one. Wyckoff upthrust. False breakout above a major level, which is 170. It looks like, ooh, we're breaking out. The sellers come in, sell it down on high volume. The next candle is a retest of that breakout on lower volume. That's exactly what we got. And we got big prints at 166.25, 166.10, 165.49. If we break below 165, that is bearish. Okay, we got prints and patterns, and that's all we need, you guys. I will turn bullish, though. We got to have a level. If we break above 170 and we close above that, that would be strong. But let's see what happens. Let's go to AMD. AMD, look at this trend line. Yeah, we are like right on it. I'll be bullish above 25. That's a big level. We hit it once and pull back. If we can pull back up over it, I love it on the long side. I'll be bearish below 24. And let's go to Qualcomm. Oops. Can't type today. QCOM. This is a very interesting one. If you look at the daily chart, we have like a triple bottom going on. 1, 2, 3. Yep. If we can't hold this level, that's going to be very, very bearish. We have a print on Qualcomm. Yep, we do. 500,000 at 50, and we are below it right now. But this week, if we close below, go below 49, that's going to be bearish. I will turn bullish if she can break above 51. All right, let's go to China. FXI. We had some interesting prints coming in on that, and I will be bullish above 43.20 and bearish below 42.50 for FXI. Let's go to Alcoa. It's very unusual. We get a big print on this guy, and we did 2 million came in at 30. It already had earnings, so the coast is clear. Now, when we have big prints, we have big splashes. So we splashed. If we do go up above 30, that's when I want to enter. If we break below 28, that's a good short. The options are not that great, though, for Alcoa. So that's kind of a bummer. There's a kind of a 10-cent spread. Try to go in between if you're going to trade options and get a 5-cent spread there. But I wish they were better. But again, the prints, definitely unusual. Something's going on with Alcoa. Let's go to ATVI. Activision has earnings next week on the 12th, not this coming week. So we had prints on at 1.6 million at 47.50. So I hope it runs before earnings. We'll be bullish above 48 and bearish below 46. BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond, second week in a row making my whisper. This week we'll be bullish above 15.50. We had some prints coming in again at 14.80. So the 15.50 was a great test there first time. But if we can break above that, there's a lot of room to go to the upside. I'll be bearish below 14.50. CMCSA hitting resistance trend line right here, but we do have a print. So are we going to break through? Well, I'll be bullish above 37 and bearish below 36. CTL has earnings not this week, but next week. Had big prints at $15.13. So I'll be bullish above 15.50 and bearish below 15. CVS, very interesting chart. Very big print, 1.6 million, 47.50. Earnings are not this week, but next week on February 20th. So hopefully we'll get a move this week. I'll be bullish above 66 and bearish below 64.50. Caesar, a lot of my traders are already in this one off those first prints at $9. It got added into that index fund, and that's probably the reason we had all those big prints, but that should make it move. Massive, massive closing prints came in, 57 million. See that big bar of volume on Friday? Oh yeah, it's huge. So if it can break above 950, that's a T-spot. I can see a much bigger move all the way up to 10 for Caesar's Palace, Caesar's Entertainment. Let's go to FLEX. Flex. What a spectacular move this had. Big prints. This was in the whisper last week. We'll be bullish this week above 10. Let me just zoom in here. Okay, that's a big level. If we can pull on up through it again, and you can see, look at these closing prints that we had. 3 million and 2 million. I don't normally pay attention to closing prints. I just don't. But when they're massive, yeah, and then I'll pay attention to them. So this week, if it can break above 10, I'll be bullish. I'll be bearish below 9. GE. Really nice push up to the top of this channel. We had prints on it. I'll be bullish above 1050, bearish below 10. HPE had tons of prints this week. Hasn't really made the move yet, but I believe it has earnings. Yeah, not this week, but next week. So could be good this week. We'll be bullish above 16, bearish below 15.25. Let's talk about ITOT. Yeah, it's an ETF with big holdings. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, J&J, JP Morgan, Facebook, Google, ExxonMobil, and it had massive prints. I'm going to be bullish above 62. It's the top of this channel. It could be a breakout if she can break above 62. Bearish below 60 because we had prints at 60, as well as 61.76. So two sets of prints. The biggest ones were at 60 though. So that's why I'll only be bearish below that level. All right, let's go to KO. Finally had a move, KO. Yep, it broke above this wedge. And this week I'm going to be bullish above 48.80. And I'm going to be bearish below 48. We got Love. Had big prints as well this week. I'm going to be bullish above 58 for Love and bearish below 55. Let's go to Altria Group. This was a great one also in boot camp. We rocked this one. Massive prints, 46.87, 46.89, 46.91. The only thing is we're coming up to this big level 50 and this 50 moving average. So here's what could happen. We had a breakout of the T-spot, downward trend. Many times we could get a retest of where we broke out before we move up higher. So again, there could be a retracement trade, but in the future, really bullish if we could break above 50. That would be above the big print. So we'll see what happens this week. Oops, MRVL. Marvell, big prints on that one as well. Bullish above 18.75, bearish below 18. TJX, bullish above 50, bearish below 48. We had a very unusual print on TJ Maxx. 700,000 at 48.71. Earnings are in a couple of weeks, so we're good. This could get a pre-earnings momentum move. Just don't buy options into the week of March 1st, okay? Buy this week's, next week's. Just be careful of earnings, implied volatility, which will spike. XLP. This is an interesting one. We had a pretty big print on XLP. It's the Consumer Staples ETF. Almost a million share print at 53.21, top of the channel. So if we can break above 54, I see a nice move to 55. But if it's a sell print, I'm going to be bearish below 53. So that's it, you guys. That is the Dark Pool Weekly Whisper for February 4th. Happy trading, everybody.
That's my secret.